Hello, boils and ghouls. Welcome to Watchers Podcast with your hosts, Brad and Colson.
That's what I love about these high school girls, man. I get older, they stay the same age.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Are we square?
Four tails. Oh, Jesus, man, that's a culture.
And here we go.
Well, it's December, and that's a season of giving.
That's right.
And today we're giving you guys a top 25.
It's our Sunday Top 10.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Brad here with Colson Oliver.
Hello.
And today we're starting something that we've been putting a lot of work into for the last little while.
Long time.
We mentioned it a few episodes ago if you listened, and we've decided to do our 100 favorite movies of all time.
Yep.
The way it works is today we're going to be doing numbers 100 through 76. Next week we will be doing 75 to 51 and so on right until the end of December.
Right.
Colson? Did you have fun doing this one?
It was tough.
It was.
Very tough. I'll put out a disclaimer right now that these could shift day to day.
Yeah, that's the thing about these, like, 100 to 50.
Mm-hmm.
They're all movies we probably love, I'm guessing. But it's just such a vague number that it's really hard to put them in order.
Very hard.
But we still wanted to talk about them.
Yeah, that's right. One other thing I'll mention is I'm going to be keeping track. I've already got mine done of the genre of movie. So when you say yours, I'll just make a little note of what genre that is. And at the end, we can kind of total it up and see where we side on, comedy, horror, drama, adventure.
Straight up pornography.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, 90 to 3 are mine. But yeah, we'll do something like that, and we'll do that at the very end, in the last, once we have all 25, or all 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
It'll be fun to see.
I have a feeling horror is going to be high.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you have?
Yeah, so just to break down how we did this, we went year by year, took, from 1990, we took our 5 favorite. From 89, we took our 5 favorite. That's how you did it, right?
That's exactly what I did.
I was trying to get Colson. That's not what we did.
I was panicking for a quarter of a second there watching it, and then I was like, oh, he's fucking around.
Yeah, I couldn't keep a straight face.
Good.
All right. Your number 100.
My number 100, and if it is higher on your list, we're not going to mention it.
Yep.
We'll talk about it when we get to it.
Yeah, it could be 4 episodes from now.
That's right. One other thing, of the 100, roughly what percent do you think will be the same?
Oh, are you going to keep track of that too? Put a little check mark?
Yeah, I probably could. You know what we'll do? Instead of me writing down what you... Just message me your...
list
today, what we do today,
yeah,
and then I'll do it that way, and we'll know at the end.
That sounds easier.
Yeah, we'll do it like that.
I'm gonna say about a quarter of them will end up on each
25%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking it'll be 15 to 20.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. It's very exciting.
Yes.
Okay. Number 100 for me is Whiplash.
Oh, that's a good one.
From 2014, I believe.
That's such a good movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, I strongly recommend it.
Yeah, the acting in it's
yeah,
amazing.
Great acting, great story, great everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, good movie.
My number 100, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Okay.
I really liked the first Sonic the Hedgehog. I've talked about it a lot. I think the second one kind of doubles down on all the good stuff from the first one.
Right.
Except for a weird side story about a wedding that I won't get into. But everything else is awesome.
Awesome.
Like Knuckles and Supersonic and everything. So.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
Number 99 for me is Pulp Fiction. My first Tarantino of the day. Yeah. One of my favorite Tarantinos. Spoiler alert for possible future lists on this, movies on this list. But yeah, I do enjoy Pulp Fiction. It's a yearly watch for myself, usually. Yeah, just a fun one.
My number 99, Jungle Cruise.
Okay.
The Rock and Emily Blunt,
Yeah,
I think it is. Yeah,
that's right. Your first Disney of the day.
Yeah.
Will there be more? Stay tuned.
Yeah. Yeah, I love this. I like how like action adventure-y it is, kind of like in the vein of like an Indiana Jones style movie,
or
a Pirates of the Caribbean type thing. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. The Rock's great in it.
Good. Yeah. Number 98 for me is Miracle, my first Disney movie of the day.
Yeah.
Love hockey. Love this story. I'm not even American, but I do enjoy this this telling of the. If you don't know, it's a 1980 men's hockey team beat the unbeatable Russians. Yeah, Kurt Russell kills it as the coach.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's a great watch.
Nice.
So yeah.
My number 98, back-to-back Rock movies. Scorpion King. No. Pain and Gain.
Okay.
Michael Bay's Pain and Gain.
Right.
First time I've seen Anthony Mackie in a movie, I think.
Oh, yeah.
As Mark Wahlberg and The Rock. And it's fantastic. I love it. It's such a crazy story to the point where it has to stop and put up on the screen, like, I assure you, this is still a true story.
Right.
Like, it's so wild.
Yeah, that's great.
A lot of steroids and drugs and
yeah.
holding people hostage. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Wild. Number 97 for myself is Cliffhanger. I've loved this movie since it came out. It's an action movie with Stallone, and I love it.
Nice.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, the opening scene is something. It's just so if you don't know, the woman drops.
Right. Yeah.
It's like a crazy stunt that they dropped this woman. They had a safety net below.
Oh, really?
So you get that shot of like they erase the netting. You know, it looks so cool. And they do a far shot of her falling, and it's like, holy shit, she doesn't have a backpack on. How is she gonna? And it's like, oh, she lands in a net.
That's cool.
Yeah, some cool shots and a fun story.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, your number 97.
97 for me is The Sacrament.
Okay, haven't seen this one yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I thought you'd seen this. Loosely based. Well, not
oh
even,
no, wait. Yes, I have seen this
Yeah.
one. Sorry.
Not even loosely based, but
Yeah.
based pretty heavily on the Jim Jones cult.
Yeah.
And they do it in the style of like found footage, and it feels kind of real because you got Vice doing it.
Yeah.
Which is a nice touch.
That's right.
And then, it's just so graphic and terrible and just such a good movie.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, this one you recommended to me, and I enjoy it. It's a good pick. Number 96 for me. If you've listened to past episodes this year, this might not be a surprise to you, but it is Brokeback Mountain.
Yes.
I've mentioned it like at least 6 times in the past
and I still
year.
haven't watched it.
It's not one that, men are willing to admit that they enjoy or whatever, for whatever reason. Maybe you're scared that people will think that you're gay.
Maybe you'll watch it and end up sucking a dick.
Exactly.
You never know.
Exactly. No, great acting. Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger. Yeah, it's a love story involving men.
Yeah.
But it's a great movie.
And we're in 2022, so if that still bothers you,
yeah, exactly.
go to hell.
Exactly. No, good movie though.
Yeah. Number 96 for me, The Devil's Double.
Okay.
A guy gets brought in to be Saddam Hussein's son's body double, and ends up living with them, based on a true story as well, and it is fucking crazy.
This is another one that you've recommended to me.
Yeah.
This was years ago, I think, but yeah, good pick.
Yeah, when you watch this, you're just like, this is what really happened? Like, this is insane.
Yep. Number 95, The Social Network. The Facebook story.
Yeah, I expected this to be a lot higher on your list, I'll say that.
Yeah.
But I knew it was going to be on there somewhere.
It's something. I like I say, these could change. This movie could easily jump up 30 spots. You know, it's just so tough to get these in some sort of order. But no, I love the movie.
Yeah,
I think it was great.
I remember it being announced and being like, "What the fuck? A movie about Facebook?"
Exactly.
And then I watched it and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, this was my introduction to Spider-Man guy.
Andrew Garfield. Yeah.
I think this is one of his best performances. He's so good. Yeah, great movie, great acting.
You've never listened to music before, so it was actually your introduction to Justin Timberlake.
That's
as
right.
Well.
That's right.
First time.
Yep.
Didn't even know NSYNC was a thing.
I had no idea.
My number 95 is a documentary called I Know That Voice.
Okay.
It's all about voice actors.
I've heard of this movie.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
You get all these little mini interviews with all these different voice actors, and they're sitting there and they're just like switching like on a dime between different voices that they do.
That's great.
And it's just like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, voice acting is something I love, and just hearing like all these people from your childhood and seeing them.
Yeah.
The guy who does Winnie the Pooh's voice looks like Lemmy from Motorhead.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Nice. Number 94 for myself is Philadelphia. Tom Hanks movie. Denzel Washington as well. Yeah, it's about a movie, if you don't know, where a guy is kind of hiding another gay movie for me. Not 2 in a row. Almost 2 in a row.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's hiding his sexuality from his workers because they're conservative guys, and ends up getting AIDS, and it starts showing, and they may fire him for that, or they may fire him for something else, but he feels it's for something, and hires Denzel Washington, and it's a very emotional story. Very well done.
This
movie.
is another one you've brought up a few times that I still haven't watched, that I need to.
I have it on 4K. I got it on 4K, so if you want to borrow it,
I do.
check it out.
My number 4, Let Me In.
Okay. Just to clarify, you're number 94.
Yeah.
You said 4.
Oh, whoops.
People think we just jumped 90 movies.
No, they just weren't paying attention.
Exactly.
My number 94, Let Me In.
Okay.
With Chloe Grace Moretz.
Right.
She plays a little girl vampire and befriends a boy who gets bullied in school.
Yes.
And it just has such a creepy tone through the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like, the whole mood is just so dark and depressing.
Yep.
It's wintertime and it's always cold.
Yep.
And I don't know. I just love it.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen the original, or like the one that it was remade off of.
Right.
Let the Right One In.
Right.
I have it at home. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
I will.
Number 93 for me is Lone Survivor.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg. True story. They're out in Afghanistan, or I think it's Afghanistan. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, they kind of get ambushed, and as the title gives it away, slowly but surely they get picked off one by one, and there's one survivor left, and he's got to make his way through.
I watched this in theaters, and it probably had one of the best surround sound moments in a movie.
Oh, okay.
When they're on that hill with all the trees and they're getting shot at.
Yeah.
It felt like you were there. Like, I don't know
well done.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, and it's a Peter Berg movie. Him and Mark Wahlberg have done a bunch of movies there, and they're a great team. When they do true stories, I love it.
Yeah.
Anytime I see Peter Berg and Mark Wahlberg, and it's something based off of, I'm happy.
Yeah, this one's heartbreaking.
Yeah,
It's such a
brutal.
hard watch.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My number 93, 127 Hours.
Okay.
James Franco
Yeah.
goes out and gets stuck between a rock
Terrifying.
and a hard place.
Terrifying.
Yeah. Probably one of my biggest fears.
Oh, yeah.
I know I'd never be in this situation because I
Yeah.
hate the heat,
Yep.
but and I'm claustrophobic as hell.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
yeah, I'm never going to be in this situation, but man, oh man. Just seeing him, like, they do such a good job of him losing his mind
Yeah.
and just being by himself and just talking through everything.
Yep.
And one of the most disgusting scenes in movies ever when he cuts through that nerve. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's brutal. Brutal. And I remember hearing in high school, like, people were talking about it because it happened around that time, I think. And not the movie, the real event.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, this, like, some climber guy, like, cut his own arm off and is like, holy shit. Like, and then, 10 years later, whatever it was, there's a movie made.
Yeah.
So,
I was in Toronto when this movie came out, and it came out early because it was right around the same time as the film festival. Like,
Okay.
TIFF was happening when I was there.
right.
But most of the time, it was like, okay, the theaters are for the people who are, like, famous and stuff,
Right.
and you can't go to them.
Yeah.
But then in the evenings, it would be opened up again.
Okay.
And, like, there was a few movies that they had shown, basically,
Yeah.
right then that were there.
That's cool. Good. Okay, my number 92 is Happy Gilmore. I love golf. I love golf.
I love
movies.
Lamb.
Yeah, I'm a Sandler fan. Early Sandler fan. I should clarify that. His late stuff has been. I watch it, but I'm not like I was in the 90s.
Right.
Yeah, it's just a great golf movie. Great characters and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Great soundtrack too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're number 92.
My number 92, The Last Exorcism.
Okay.
I've talked about this one a lot. It comes up all the time for
Yep.
me. Just a really creepy, fun horror movie. I love the idea of a priest being like, there's no such thing as exorcism.
Right.
Like, it's just a scam.
Yeah, that's right.
And showing all his tricks on how they do it.
Yeah.
Another found footage one for me, actually,
Yeah.
where they show up to show that it's all fake and it ends up being a real exorcism.
Yeah.
I love the setting in, like, the old farmhouse out in the middle of nowhere, so it really feels like they have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just great.
Yeah, that's a good one. Number 91, I have The Rock, which is Nicolas Cage movie.
Yep.
Sean Connery, Ed Harris, and they take over Alcatraz. It's a tourist thing, and they kind of set up base there, and they gotta get the one guy who broke out to break them in. You see, classic, great action movie. One of those Don Simpson, Michael Bay team up things that happened a lot in the 90s, early 2000s. So, I love this movie. It's a fun watch. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it.
Nice. I haven't seen it.
You got to get on that.
I will. Number 91 for me, 7 Psychopaths.
Okay. Another one you've recommended to me.
Yep. Weird movie. So strange, but so good.
Yep.
My favorite Sam Rockwell performance, I think,
Okay.
ever. No, that's not true, but I'll talk about that one later. Not today. Yeah, it's Woody Harrelson as, like, a mob boss. You got Christopher Walken in there stealing people's dogs
Yeah.
and then returning them for money.
A great scam.
Yeah. No, it's...
Evil.
Yeah. It's such a weird movie, but I highly recommend it.
Yeah. Number 90 for me is The Exorcist. I know this probably isn't on your list because you just said the other day, or probably in the future from what we're talking, but you had mentioned that it wasn't one of your favorites.
Yeah, I find it kind of boring now.
Yeah. I this is a yearly watch for myself. I still love it. Looking forward to the remake.
Me too.
That's coming up in about a year, or a little bit less now, 10 months from now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited. But the original, love it.
My number 90, I, Tonya.
Oh, good one.
Margot Robbie as Tonya Harding
Yeah.
is one of the best performances ever.
Yeah.
Like, she just kills it.
Phenomenal.
You wouldn't know it was Margot Robbie.
Nope.
Yeah, anyone who doesn't know, she was a competitive figure skater who hires someone to bust up her competitor with a pipe so she can win.
Yeah.
Great story. Kind of cool seeing like the backstory with her mother and stuff too.
Oh yeah, the mother's fantastic.
Yeah, another great performance.
Yeah, that stupid fucking bird on her shoulder. And she's great character.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my number 90.
Okay. Number 89 for myself is Only the Brave. Another Miles Teller movie. I got 2 in the top 100 here. Forest firefighters. They're called I can't remember what the fuck they're called now. But they go in, they got the what I would say is one of the worst jobs ever. They have to go in and like clear big sections of forest so that the fire can't spread more or whatever. It's just a terrifying job based on a true story. And I highly recommend. Another sad one, it's very emotional.
Whenever people go into a situation like that,
Yep.
it seems like it's not going to turn out good for
That's
many
right.
of them.
Yeah. No, great movie though. Josh Brolin's in it as well, and I recommend.
Nice. My number 89, another Sam Rockwell performance actually.
Okay.
The Way Back.
Okay.
Young boy goes on vacation with his parents, or his mother and his stepfather, or maybe it's just her boyfriend. It's been a while, but either way, it's Steve Carell.
Okay.
And he's an asshole. Like, he's such a dick in this movie. Like, it's hard to believe that it's him playing the character. So instead of hanging around with them, he decides to get a summer job at a water park.
Nice.
It's run by Sam Rockwell, who's just kind of like a washed up guy that just hasn't really done anything with his life.
Yeah.
But
I haven't seen this one. It's been on the list for a long time.
Yeah.
Because I like the poster of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Nice. Number 88 for myself is Deepwater Horizon, another Peter Berg, Mark Wahlberg movie. This is about another true story about the oil leak that happened in the Gulf of Mexico or Louisiana, wherever the fuck that was, back in 2013 or 14, something like that. Yeah, just another, and Kurt Russell's in there as well. You can't go wrong with Kurt Russell.
That's
movie.
right.
Yeah, great story, great acting. Another sad one, but no, it's a good movie.
Imagine being a director that just waits around for shitty stuff to happen all the time.
Yeah, you're just gonna fucking wait and benefit off the.
An asteroid has just hit India.
Yes.
It's like, hey Mark, how's your Indian accent?
Oh,
We're gonna be rich.
oh boy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, like I said earlier, disaster stuff. Him and Mark Wahlberg, they make a good team. They make some good movies. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
My number 88
Yep.
is the Lego Movie.
Okay.
I remember when this came out, it was one of those ones, kind of like The Social Network, where it was like, oh, a cash-in, they're making a movie about Legos. And then I watched it, and I was like, oh, this is one of the funniest movies of the year.
Yeah, it's very
I had
good.
no idea. The animation was awesome. It's literally everything is Lego.
Yeah.
It has a cool twist at the end. Yeah, good movie.
Yeah. On a side note here,
Mm-hmm.
There's a TV show called Lego Masters.
Oh, yeah.
And my kid's really into Lego. We watch it when it's on,
Mm-hmm.
not religiously, just whatever. But it's hosted by Will Arnett,
Oh,
who did the voice of Batman
yeah.
in the Lego Batman. But what was funny is the last episode that we watched, it was about Marvel, and he was hyping Marvel up so much, and he was saying how he wants to be in a Marvel movie and all this stuff. And I was just thinking, like, what's DC thinking about this? Is your hype? I know he's got to do it because he works for Lego Masters, but
Yeah.
it's just kind of funny to hear him, praising Marvel and.
That's great.
Yeah, anyway, back on track here. Number 87 for me is Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay.
I love this movie. It's Robin Williams' funniest performance, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a 90s classic comedy, in my opinion. I love it. Yearly watch for me.
My number 87, Nightcrawler.
Okay.
Watched this at your house, actually.
Yeah, I remember that.
Jake Gyllenhaal just being a completely creepy guy,
Yeah.
going around photographing crime scenes,
Yeah.
like accidents and stuff that have happened. Just kind of watching him come mentally unhinged.
Oh, yeah.
He plays such a good bad guy.
Yeah, he's great.
He really is.
He really is good.
Yeah.
Great acting in that movie.
Yeah.
Number 86 for me is Halloween 2018. The first of the David Gordon Green trilogy.
Yeah.
I loved it. I still do. Yeah.
I assume Ends is going to be a lot higher on your list.
It's right up there, pal. You'll see. No, but Halloween 2018, great music, great looking Michael. I love the story. I love the kills, most of them.
Yeah, you can see that they actually put effort into this one.
Yeah, I liked it.
My number 86 is another movie that's probably going to be a lot higher on your list.
Okay.
And that's Singing in the Rain.
You're spoiling it. You're spoiling it.
I love this movie. I love the music and the dancing.
Yeah.
The whole storyline is great. Yeah. It's one of the best old movies.
Yeah.
Probably going to pick it up on 4K at some point.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
That's good, yeah. Number 85 for me is American Beauty. Have you seen this movie?
No.
Okay. This has Kevin Spacey, Annette Bening. I think it was one of those, had a chance for the big five, writing, directing, acting, actress, and picture, and it won 4 of the 5, I believe. It's a great movie. Kevin Spacey's character is such a fucking creep.
That's weird.
Yeah. I guess, fitting for what came, 15 years later?
Yeah.
20 years later, but, he's just, it's a good movie. I don't want to say too much, but
yeah,
I enjoy it anyway. People may find it boring or too artsy or whatever. I love it.
Yeah.
You're number 85.
My number 85 is a movie that probably like 10 years ago would have been a lot higher on my list, but it's kind of dropped down a little bit, and that is Fight Club.
Okay.
Ed Norton, Brad Pitt, Helen Bonham Carter, whatever her name is.
Yep.
HBC.
Yes.
Probably one of the only roles I actually like her in,
Okay.
to be honest. I'm not a fan. But, this movie's great. I remember as a kid... Well, actually, no, I would have been a little bit older. I was probably like 20 before I even seen this movie.
Okay.
And it was because I had gone to the movies, and then as I was walking out, there was a poster, and it's like, Midnight Movie, Fight Club. And I was like, I got to go see another movie.
Yeah,
so I went to see that.
Nice.
And it kind of like blew my mind. I was like, this is awesome. Like, why haven't I watched it sooner?
It's a wild movie.
It is. Yeah. But young Brad loved this movie a lot. I feel like if I watched it now, I would still like it, but I'd be like, it's trying a little hard.
Okay. We'll have to... It'd be interesting if you ever do get to it again.
Yeah.
Let us know. Number 84 for myself is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Yeah, it's most Christmas movies, the good ones, are yearly watch for me, and most people anyway, I feel.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a great Christmas movie.
It's
a great vacation movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chevy Chase is so good in it.
So good. Yeah, they're all great. Yeah.
Very quotable.
Very much so, yes. And great props in the movie as well, with the Griswold jersey, the Chicago, and the Marty Moose eggnog cups that he has.
I have one of those.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jealous. Yeah.
My number 84 is Mulan.
Okay.
The cartoon. I have the live action one, but I haven't watched it yet.
Me either.
But yeah, I love Mulan. I think the music, some of the best songs.
Yeah.
The action in it, the animation.
Yeah.
Does this really cool thing that's kind of like a blink and you miss it kind of thing, but they make like the swirls like Japanese clouds and stuff.
Right.
Whenever snow's coming down the mountain and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just, it feels very epic, like, and huge for an animated movie.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Where am I here?
83.
Number 83. Number 83, you mentioned it. 127 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I can't add much more other than I will 100% agree when he cuts through that nerve.
The
sound that they use is like, it's like a screeching violin thing or something. It's fucking, it makes you like shiver.
Yeah, it makes my
time.
teeth hurt.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way of saying it. So yeah, great movie.
My number 83 is like watching two different movies put together, and that's From Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay. I will agree with that.
I don't want to say too much about it, because if you've never seen it,
Yeah.
it's worth a watch. And the less you know, the better going in.
True.
And it has a very young George Clooney.
Yep.
Quentin Tarantino in a full-on acting role.
Yep.
You got Tom Savini in there. Like, it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's right.
I gotta watch that one again soon.
Yeah, it'll be good. Number 82 for myself is Copland. Don't know if you've seen this or even maybe even heard of it.
I don't think so.
It's got Ray Liotta, Robert De Niro, Sylvester Stallone, Harvey Keitel. It's basically a small community of police officers that live in Jersey, and right across the bridge you can see New York in it. And it turns out, well, I won't spoil too much, but it's a corrupt city, and something happens, and they try to cover things up, and shit gets exposed. It's a good movie. It's almost like a Western. I think they even say that if you watch like special features, that maybe where I'm hearing this from or repeating this from is like, it is like a Western movie set in modern times.
Oh, okay.
So it's got that. It definitely has that feel to like a spaghetti Western type thing.
Yeah.
But no, it's a great movie. I love it.
My number 82.
Yep.
Is a Western.
Okay.
One of Sam Raimi's least talked about movies, but it's really, really good. The Quick and the Dead.
I love this movie.
It's so good. Yeah, it's a Western, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. Like, it has straight up comedy in it.
Oh, yeah.
A young DiCaprio is in this movie, which I'm sure you're happy about.
Love it.
Yeah, I love the whole idea of like having a tournament of just quick draw tournament.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
And you get different characters who have different, are known for different things, and it's very, very well done.
It's like a Western Mortal Kombat.
That's right. That's exactly it. That's a good way of putting it. Good.
81.
Number 81 for me is True Lies, one that we've talked about like years ago. 2 years ago, I think.
Near the start of the show, I think.
It was one of our first...
Back when we were doing 2 movies.
2 movies per episode. Schwarzenegger, directed by James Cameron. Jamie Lee Curtis in there. Fantastic shots of just action. Lots of action. And I love it.
My number 81, Liar Liar.
Okay.
One of my favorite Jim Carrey movies. The scene... Oh, well, I guess for anyone who doesn't know, his son makes a wish that he can't lie anymore.
Right.
So he can't lie through the movie.
That's right.
One of my favorite scenes is him trying to say that the pen is red.
Yes.
He's trying to write with this blue pen.
Yeah.
Royal blue.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Great movie.
Yeah, fantastic acting by Jim Carrey. in
Yeah,
that
you
one.
get to see some of his like best slapstick,
That's
like
right.
beating himself up and stuff.
Yep. Number 80 for myself is Casino. One of my first mob movies on here, I believe.
Yeah.
First of many. Yeah, Casino. It's Scorsese, it's De Niro, Pesci, Sharon Stone, set in Vegas in the heyday of mob run Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
You get to kind of find out how the whole thing worked back then. So, yeah, great movie.
That's awesome.
Pesci, even though he's a little guy, he's a psycho, and he plays a psycho so well in this movie. But, yeah, Casino.
Nice. My number 80, Casino. No, I'm kidding. Mars Attacks.
Oh, nice.
This is a movie that I just love the whole atmosphere.
Yeah.
It has that like 50s feel, like, kind of like an old school 50s movie
Yep.
shot now.
Yep.
But yeah, I love the aliens, their noise that they make, and
Definitely has a big, well-known cast.
yeah,
Like a lot of people that people are like, oh, I know that person, I know that. And obviously you get the huge ones like Jack Nicholson and Jack Black, DeVito.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, good movie.
Yeah, I love it.
We talked about this one, I believe.
Yeah, we did.
It was about a year or two ago. Same thing.
Probably the best movie I've ever seen based off trading cards.
Okay. Number 79 for myself is Rudy. You ever seen
Ooh.
Rudy before?
Rudy, yes.
Love Rudy.
I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's about the guy Rudy, who wants to play for the Fighting Irish in Notre Dame or Notre Dame or however the fuck you say it. Yeah, tries. He's a little fella, but he works hard, and it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Young Jon Favreau in it. Fat Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
Yeah, good movie though.
Yeah. 79 for me is Monty Python and the Search for the Holy Grail.
Okay.
This movie's so weird. And I remember the first time I watched it, my friend Eric was like, you gotta watch this movie. And I was like, okay.
Were you a child or were you
I would have been in grade
like high?
9.
Okay. So right at that.
Yeah. And I liked weird humor
Yeah.
around that time.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, like, I'm not much into that time period. I had no idea what it was. I
Yeah.
didn't even realize it was a comedy.
Yeah.
And then I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, my number, where are we here? 78. Gone Baby Gone. Directed by Ben Affleck. Set in Boston. I love that shit. It stars his brother, Casey. It's a Dennis Lehane book that's been made into the movie.
Based on the movie Baby's Day Out.
That's
actually.
right. Dennis Lehane, if you don't know, did Shutter Island. He did Mystic River. All those Boston crime movies. This is just another one on that list, and I like it a lot.
Nice.
So yeah, your number 78.
My number 78 is the complete opposite of yours.
Okay.
That's Young Frankenstein.
Aha.
Mel Brooks. One of the funniest movies I've seen.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on his name. Willy Wonka.
Yeah, shit, I see his face. he's in all the... Oh, man.
This happens to us a lot.
It does.
I feel really bad because he's a great actor and I love him.
It's when you say that, Gene Wilder.
Wilder.
Jesus.
Oh, wow. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Gene Wilder playing Dr. Frankenstein. And, yeah, just some great one-liners and stuff.
Yeah.
The whole parody of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Yeah, he's great at the parody movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Number 77 is Apocalypse Now.
Okay.
Yeah, Robert Duvall in this movie, he's one of my favorite characters of all time.
Yeah.
The character that he plays. Great story. Martin Sheen basically going to assassinate on his own crazy Marlon Brando, fat Marlon Brando, showed up to set fucking 70 pounds overweight or something. Francis Ford Coppola had 2 heart attacks on set due to Marlon Brando. It was just a whole nightmare. Forrest Whitaker is in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, not Forrest Whitaker. Lawrence Fishburne is in this movie, and he lied about his age. He's only 14, and he looks young.
Yeah.
But like saying, "Oh, I'm 18," and then showing up being 14 and spending a year in wherever the fuck they shot this, just wild behind the scenes stuff. Leads into a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your number 77.
My number 77, The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh, nice.
The
Original.
remake.
Oh, remake. Okay.
Yeah. Another one I watched in theaters and knew it was going to be creepy, but didn't realize just how fucked up it was going to be.
Oh, it's brutal.
It is. This has some of the most brutal, like depressingly awesome kills in a movie.
Definitely.
I remember the trailer. It just showed like the girl being dragged through the sand.
Right.
You could only like see her feet, and that creepy song. What's it called? Insect Eyes is the name of the song. It's by, I can't even say the guy's name. It's like Devendra Bernhardt or something.
Okay.
But it's such a creepy song, and it's so good. Like, yeah, I was really excited to see this one, and it delivered.
Yeah. My favorite part of that movie is they're driving through the desert area, and Ted Levine or whatever, it's Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
They crash the truck, and his son-in-law goes like, "Well, can you fix it?" And he basically tells him that the frame's all bent.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy goes like, "Well, can you fix it?" And then Ted Levine just turns to him and he just goes, "What?" And it is the funniest, like, you stupid fucking dummy. Of course he can't fix it. The frame is completely bent. Or the axle's broken off or something. He's got no tools, but just hilarious.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That guy, the annoying, like, son-in-law guy, does such a good 180 in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Of being, like, the most annoying little bitch to, like, badass by the end of it.
Covered in blood.
Yeah.
Brutal. Yeah. Good one. My number 76.
Ooh,
what's that?
This is like our last one for this episode.
Last one, yeah.
What will it be?
My number 76 is Donnie Brasco.
Okay. I thought you were going to say Donnie Darko.
Yes. Donnie Brasco, Al Pacino, Johnny Depp, another mob movie here.
Not Jake Gyllenhaal?
Not this time, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a true story of the first guy who, it's not the first guy who went under, but he is known for going the deepest undercover in the mob. And, Joseph Pistone is his name in real life. Went undercover as Donnie Brasco. And you kind of get to see certain things that happen, other things that aren't so true, but I love it anyway.
Nice.
Yeah, your number 76?
My number 76 is The Birds.
Oh, good.
I love this movie.
That's great.
I just love the little setting of, like, little oceanside community and the scene with the schoolhouse with the kids is one of the best.
It's
tense-
heartbreaking, too.
Yeah, it's the most tense moment in a movie.
Oh, for sure.
It's so good.
Yeah, they did great.
Yeah, I can't recommend this one enough.
Yeah.
It's a great Hitchcock movie.
Definitely.
All right, so that will do it for the first of 4 episodes.
Yep.
Let us know what your top 100 movies are.
Yeah.
Start
Throw
now.
some. Yeah, anything.
10, 5. Or here's another fun thing we'll do. Tell us which 100 to 76 movies you'd rather watch, too.
Yeah, that's good.
Are you more of like Coulson? You like your mob movies and your true disasters?
That's right.
Or are you like me, where you like Jungle Cruise and Singing in the Rain?
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back next week with another episode counting down numbers 75 to 51.
Right.
Bye.